Hi guys, expect more chaos from the Tories going forward. So, with Kemi Badenoch leading as a potential head of the Conservatives after Rishi Sunak, so-called centrists in the party are seeing whatever little influence they had ebb away. Andrew Bowie, Scottish Tory, rightly claimed here in this interview that his party does better when it moves to the centre. But as I've said before, Conservative Party members have no appetite for a centrist. So it will likely shift even further to the right, which left Andrew looking a bit silly.
So you need to move more to the right?
Absolutely not. I mean, that's for the party members to decide who the leader is going to be. But I think that the Conservative Party does better when it commands the centre ground. That's where we have done better traditionally, and that's where we command most support in the country when we do so. So it's not for me to determine where the party goes. That's for members of Parliament in general and indeed the party membership.
So not Kemi Badenoch then?
Look, I mean, I'm not making any declarations of support for any one candidate, but as I said, the party needs to appeal to a broad spectrum. The party needs to appeal to a broad spectrum in the country, both those people that voted Liberal Democrat in the last election that might have previously voted Conservative, and people who drifted off to Reform this time, and indeed the huge numbers of people that didn't turn out to vote at all. So there will come a time when I'm declare support for a candidate, and that time may be coming quite soon.
Which names would you like to see in the hat?
Well, I think all the names that have been suggested so far, all of them, would be great leaders of our party moving forward.
Like
all
whom?
of them offer a vision of conservatism for this country in 2024. Well, you know all the names of.
Tell me.
I mean, you mentioned Kemi. There's Tom, James, Pretty. There's all the names that have been mentioned so far. All of them worthy candidates. All of them worthy of consideration. And all of them have a lot to offer our Conservative Party and indeed the country as we move into the next half of this decade.
Okay, but how can someone on the extreme like Kemi Badenoch be put in the same sentence as Tom Tugendhat, for example, and presented as a viable alternative to Rishi Sunak, as someone who can win support from one side, like the Liberal Democrats, all the way to Reform UK? Is there any candidate, is there anyone within the Conservative Party who still holds a seat capable of appealing to the Liberal Democrats and Reform UK at the same time? I don't think it's possible. It's not just that there isn't a candidate. I don't think it's actually possible. You have to pick a side. What Andrew was talking about at the beginning was correct. The Conservatives win more seats, they win more support when they move to the centre. But if you put someone like Kemi Badenoch in charge, it demonstrates that you're not interested in winning over the centre. You're chasing Reform UK again. And we saw how that worked out. They have to pick a side. If they're chasing reform, then they're abandoning the centre. If they're moving back to the centre, of course they're abandoning Reform UK and the far right. But the leading candidate, of course, is Kemi Badenoch. Is she a centrist? Well, on Brexit, she's a Brexiteer. She's still defending Brexit. And I've said before, the Conservatives need to abandon Brexit if they want to win back the centre. She's a supporter of small government, like Liz Truss, so once again, abandoning the centre. When it comes to culture wars, she describes herself as anti-woke, which once again is abandoning the centre. And then on, for example, trans rights, she's much to the right of most people in the Conservative Party. So if Kemi Badenoch wins it, she's not a centrist. But Andrew will have to defend that. Good luck with that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.